The fire snapped and popped, sparks chasing smoke into the cool Florida night. It was the night before Halloween, and even the air felt uneasy, heavy with wood smoke and the faint scent of orange blossoms. Emma and Hannah sat cross legged in the sand, huddled close to the fire for warmth, roasting marshmallows, while Marcus hovered nearby, restless and dramatic.
Okay, I have a story. And unlike your grandmother's fakey tales,
Both girls shot him a warning look, but it didn't stop him. He smirked.
mine's true. And it happened real close to here.
The girls turned back to the fire, pretending not to hear. They reached for more marshmallows, perfectly unbothered.
What, you don't want to hear it? Because you're scared?
No, we just don't want to be bored after hearing our grandmother's amazing stories before bed.
Fine. But tomorrow's Halloween, which means at midnight tonight, they might. They might what?
He hesitated just long enough to annoy her.
Never mind. You guys said you don't want to hear it. Oh my gosh. Just tell your story, Marcus.
Emma groaned, already regretting it. Marcus's stories always ended the same. No one sleeping, both girls terrified, and Marcus bragging about it at school on Monday. By first period, the whole class would know. They'd actually stopped inviting him after what happened at the seventh grade dance. But Dorothy and Janet were friends with his parents, and the girls' family compound had plenty of space for even an unwanted guest. The girls were whispering and giggling under their breath.
I just hope his parents come back for him.
I wouldn't.
Hey, what? It's not fair. You're telling secrets.
Emma, everything all right out there? You guys warm enough? Yes, Nona, we're good. Can you speak up, sweetheart? I can barely hear you. I said we're good. What about snacks? Do you guys have enough? Yes, plenty. All right then. Love you, honey, and Hannah. Love you too.
Hey girls, I'll bring down more snacks and blankets.
Hey, no, Pop, it's fine. Emma tried, but the screen door slammed. She rolled her eyes as Hannah giggled. It's Florida. We don't need blankets. The fire's enough.
You're still telling secrets, and I'm gonna tell Dorothy and Janet. Hannah, you girls got enough marshmallows? Yes, Nona. Are you sure? Marcus looks like he eats a lot. I'll bring down a few more bags. Nona, we already have 4. Go to bed. I just want to make sure you girlies don't starve. It's like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Nona! Say it was a bad thing? It's cute, like the commercials.
Emma doubled over, laughing so hard she could barely breathe.
Nona, go to bed! I can't. Your grandfather's snoring so loud he's sucking in the curtains. Janet, they're whispering and they won't let me tell my story. Oh, hush up. Maybe one of them got their period. You don't need to know everything, Marcus.
That finished the girls. They were in tears, rolling in the sand with laughter.
Just let him tell his story. And if you run out of marshmallows, call for me.
A few minutes later, both grandmothers appeared in robes and slippers, armed with snacks, blankets, and enough food to feed an army. Pop trailed behind with a cooler full of fruit, veggies, juices, and soda. They fussed and lingered, ignored the girls' protest. By the end, their fireside campsite looked like a buffet. Finally, Dorothy leaned in. Hey, girls, let Marcus tell his story, okay? It's Halloween, and you love stories by the fire. They both nodded obediently.
And Marcus, your parents said the only one telling fakey tales is you. Yes, Miss Janet.
When the adults finally disappeared up the path, he crossed his arms.
Okay, now can I tell it?
Fine.
Then scoot closer, because this one's real. It happened right near here, in Tangerine Groves, Florida. My aunt's hairdresser dated Liza's mom's plumber.
He paused, waiting for the awe that never came.
So anyways, legend has it she was the child of God and Satan.
The girls exchanged a look, unimpressed. They both reached for another marshmallow to roast, unbothered.
No, come on, it's good, I swear. Her brother was supposed to be Jesus.
Emma let out an exaggerated yawn. Emma let out an exaggerated yawn and rolled her eyes. Hannah sat quiet, unamused. Marcus frowned, but tried to continue.
Her dad, Earl. Wait, her dad was Satan. Now he's Earl?
I guess he couldn't really go by Satan. They were still giggling when the bushes behind them rustled.
Stand back, girls. I'm gonna go investigate.
They shared a look, silently agreeing that yes, Marcus should be the one to go look and be the brave one for once. A second later, a thud and a strangled yelp.
Marcus?
Before either girl could move, two figures lunged from the dark, grabbing them from behind. They screamed, twisting free, then froze at the sound of laughter. Marcus stepped out from behind the tree, holding a digital camera filming, while two boys doubled over near the fire. One was Corey, Emma's super secret crush, the one only Hannah and their grandmothers knew about. The other was a tall kid with a fast grin they didn't recognize. Hey man, let me see the video. Marcus handed the camera over, grinning. Corey hit delete.
What? Why would you do that?
You didn't get their permission to record.
Yeah, I gotta agree with him. Sorry about the scare. I wasn't in on the recording part. I'm Dante, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Dante. Your friend Marcus was just about to tell us some made-up story about a girl in Tangerine Groves? Tangerine Groves? Is that the one about Liza Santini?
Liza Santorio. And yes, that one. Oh, I know that one. My older cousin was on the cheer squad with her best friend. It's all true, you know. Wild story.
Emma and Hannah exchanged a quick glance.
Okay, Dante, you tell it then.
Marcus's mouth fell open. He looked from one to the other, betrayed.
What, you believe him, but not me?
Well, your aunt's hairdresser's plumber just doesn't sound super reliable. Hannah snorted, and Dante tried not to laugh. Marcus sulked, arms crossed, glaring into the fire. Dante leaned forward, grin turning conspiratorial. The flicker of the flames threw shadows up his face, and his voice dropped just enough to sound serious.
All right. So, legend has it, there was a girl named Liza Santorio. Sweet as sugar, helpful as could be. Grew up right here in Florida. Tangerine Groves, not far from here. She was the kind of girl who'd help old ladies carry groceries, rescue baby raccoons, all that kind of stuff. People said she had a gift for calming anything wild. Some said it was divine.
And some said it was demonic, right?
Exactly. Because her dad wasn't just anyone. He was Earl Santorio, who, depending on which drunk at the diner you ask, many believed he was Satan himself. And Liza was Daddy's girl. And her mom? Let's just say she was the opposite of Earl, and many believed her to be God in the flesh. Together they made Liza, half heaven, half hell, all Florida attitude. So, she's like the ultimate middle child of the universe? Basically. Anyway, Liza had this best friend, Jules. The two were inseparable growing up. Jules was the kind of girl who couldn't tell a lie if she tried. She was captain of the cheer team, married the quarterback Mark. Small town fairy tale, right? But people forget that fairy tales always start out sweet and end bloody.
The fire crackled. Even Marcus leaned in a little.
See, right out of high school is when Jules got married and started her life. Liza continued finishing college in town. They were both doing fine in their new adult lives until this new girl showed up, Rachel. Pretty, loud, always saying she wasn't like other girls. The kind of girl who posts Bible verses and then runs off with somebody else's husband. Ew. Yeah. And that husband just happened to be Jules, the quarterback named Mark. She hooked up with him at a party on Halloween. Had her eyes on him since she got to town. They said he left Jules for Rachel. The following Halloween, Rachel meets Liza at another Halloween party, and they instantly became best friends. People of the town believed that Liza sought her out for revenge. See, when Mark and Jules both disappeared the very next Halloween, Rachel was the only one left crying in public about it. Liza and her family? Missing. No one believed Rachel about anything. She swore she didn't do anything, but the cops found her covered in blood, and that was all they needed. She got life.
He leaned in closer to the fire, lowering his voice.
The thing is, the story doesn't end there, because a year later, Halloween night, midnight sharp, Rachel was found dead in her cell. They said it was too gruesome to even allow pictures. Police said it was too gruesome to stomach. The crime scene was so bad that the sheriff sealed everything about it. But you know how rumors work. Someone always knows someone who saw it. Except Rachel wasn't the only one who died in her cell that night. 4 other inmates died too. Animal abusers. People who hurt things just for fun. You know what the guard said? He said he smelled orange blossoms right before the lights went out. Said it was like spring air in a tomb. And when they came back on, she was just gone. No one heard a thing. They claimed the lights were only out for 2 minutes. Silence. And then the lights were back on. And the destruction was done. And all that was left was a bloody massacre. Legend says that Liza and Jules came back that night, and every Halloween they return. They said that Liza is actually who killed Jules. Not to end her, but to bring her back on the other side.
So, they think Liza really did it? She killed her best friend?
Well, think about it. If your mom is God and your dad is Satan, death is just another kind of recycling. Well, to them. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Emma shook her head, sick of Marcus's antics. For a moment, Marcus was finally silent.
Some say Liza killed Mark, but many believe it was Jules. That she and Jules planned it all. Liza brought her to the other side, and then together they made a deal and took up a new residence. Made a deal? With who? Depends on which side of the family you ask.
The wind picked up, rustling the trees behind them.
They say Liza and Jules come back every Halloween. First to Tangerine Groves, and then, well, they've been spotted as far as Daytona Beach. Every year, someone mean, someone cruel, disappears. Usually a liar, a cheater, or someone who hurt an animal. Those are their least favorite people, but most favorite to kill.
Least favorite?
Yeah, Liza always loved animals more than people. And you know what Jules hated? Some say Liza was the punishment her parents sent for a world that keeps breaking what it doesn't deserve. Only now, she has a partner. That's stupid. Maybe, but you know what else they say. If you smell orange blossoms at midnight on Halloween, it's already too late.
The fire crackled loud, making them all jump. From somewhere deep in the orange grove, something rustled.
You guys smell that? Orange blossoms!
No one spoke.
We have an orange grove on our land, brave one. Yeah, me and Corey were hiding behind some orange trees earlier. So, anyways, the moral of the story? Don't lie, don't cheat, and don't hurt animals. Because legend says, Daddy's girl doesn't forgive easily, and she's coming back.